Hello, darling. Welcome back. So, today I'm making this little roadside inn with a flying gazebo. So, you'll probably be seeing the fly through of this as I'm speaking, but I really hope you relax with whatever way you choose. Maybe you're playing this with me or you're just laying down to sleep. I really hope you enjoy this little video. Remember to subscribe if you want more of these. So let's go. I actually really like this starting point. I really do, and they even gave us a road already. That's a good thing. But what do we add to this? I mean, let's start by thinning this forest around a bit. And we need a space to do whatever we want to do with it. So a roadside inn, what does that bring to mind? For me, I think it's... well, it kind of needs to have a tavern bit. Yeah, it needs to have a place for guests to sleep. It needs to have a stable. But let's pet a sheep first. There they go. So cute. I think I really liked in the previous video where I made the stables. I really liked how that turned out, so let's start with that. So let's make a big area for them to live in, though I don't like those colors. Let's match it to the main house. There it goes. Yeah, that's cute enough. And then the hardest part, how did I do the thing on the previous one? Something like that, and then raise those up. I mean, the corners look hideous, so let's erase those. That's a bit more like it, but what's going on here in the middle? Let's try to add more. That's it. Yeah, that's more. Okay, more like it. Can I raise it up a bit? Oh, now there's room to get below it, no doubt. Let's maybe bring it down a bit. It doesn't need to be a whole 2 stories high way in, doesn't it? So let's add in here the little dividers, the stalls. Just a few of them. Doesn't need to be that many. We can make a enclosed space right next to this thing, so that there is some inside stalls or saddle rooms or whatever the like close by. Or well, some place to keep the feed or whatever. Actually, wouldn't that look quite cool? Just bring it down a bit. Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. It's going to be visible on the inside. Well, we can add a square building in there so it doesn't look that horrible. But let's try and make it a bit more symmetrical, I think. Oh, it's not the best, not the worst. I just realized I didn't lock the date. Or well, the sun, so let's do that now so we see what we're working on. Actually, that is kind of cute. I mean, we could add a little bit of a square building in there so it's kind of hides this weird corner there. And there. That's a bit more like it, but yeah, that's good enough, I think. And then maybe we can add a little bit of a pasture out here. So not every horse needs to be inside, just cooped up. And if it's horses, we want it to be a bit higher of a fence to keep them in, actually. Let's actually add some paths inside. So it's kind of obvious where the horses are actually walking on inside the pasture. It makes it kind of look a bit more lived in. I mean, these trees are a bit weird. Right beside where I decided to put the entrance. That kind of, yeah. Now there's a pasture, there's a stable, there's the tiniest of taverns I've ever seen. But usually when we think of, or when I think of, you know, a fantasy kind of tavern or roadside inn, I think that there's a, you know, a tavern space, a grand hall on the lower floors, and then on the upper floors there are some rooms for sleeping and the like. But I think here, since we have so much room, we could actually just add a whole separate dormitory kind of situation, so that if you are actually hanging out here, you don't have to, you know, spend time trying to sleep right next to people who are actually having fun and drinking and, you know, being noisy. Oh, it actually seems like this one has... what even is this? Oh! Oh, that's genius. I didn't even register that it's yeah, I just saw that there's a roof inside there, so I went to take that off, but that's actually... Oh, and now I can't raise it anymore. What's happening? Now it's there. I try to get my camera inside. Now I got it. And everything's still standing, yeah. So this is going to be an interesting challenge to get the similar effect on another dormitory kind of looking thing. Do I actually want to first add... Well, I kind of think I want to make this door a bit bigger and then maybe add a lot of windows. Not to the corner. Stop snapping, please. There we go. I mean, sure, why not? Let's add another one, please, for this side, I mean. Yeah. Now it actually looks like there's some light going in. Maybe a tiny one here. That's good. Maybe there's just an attic, so it's... or a loft, so... It doesn't actually need to have any windows to the room, or what are these called if I would add windows to the roof. But I don't think I want any on this building. So this tiny one could have been the original inn that was here, and then they added the stables because that's what you need. So maybe... I mean, the inn owner could probably have their own house a bit away, so they can get away from all of their guests if they want to and need to. So let's try and make this into this kind of similar building style as that main building is. So now how do we add those? I guess that's how. It's surprisingly easy. I say that now, but it's going to bite me, isn't it? Let's try and move this one closer to the building though. And I think that's going to be easily fixable when we add a bit more this path underneath here. Let's see. And that's it, I think. Yeah, that's good enough for that side, and let's add the other ones. It's surprisingly hard to see. I should probably get rid of more trees, but I don't really want to. I like the trees. So, what happened here? Can we make it pop out of the walls a bit? There it goes. That's way more like it. And then the last wall. Almost there. There it goes. And this last one. Oh, that's better. Yeah. I think we kind of got it. Oh, that's why. Yeah, this lower floor and the other one has a stone texture. That explains it. Yeah. That does look better. Who would have thunk? A bigger door, maybe. Maybe even a triple door on the corner there. Yeah, that looks good. And then big windows with flowers on them on this side. If I can get, yeah, there. No, this one's too close to the edge. I guess it's gonna be a single window then. It's trying its hardest to snap to the edge. Oh, good enough. On the upper floors, I kind of would like I add another one of these protrusions. Maybe with a French balcony on top. Yeah, let's try and make that. That seems like a good size for it. And push it in a bit so that it rests on those wooden beams. Yeah, and then let's lower it a bit. Not that much. There. Does that look good? Mimicking this. Yeah, I can live with it. Let's see if we can add a door. Yeah. Actually, yeah, let's just make it into a one. Now it's only one door. Yeah, that's good. No, that looks a bit silly. Let's erase it. I mean, we could add a lantern on top of it. Well, on top of the lower door at least we need to add one. Yeah, we'll come to the decorating a bit later, but on this one I actually think I do want windows on the roof. Just poking out a bit, implying a livable floor on that level. Yeah, those are cute. I believe these ones can have... Can they not? There was flowers, but I clicked too fast. There they are. And flowers for this one too. Please, game. Thank you. And here. And here. Almost. There it is. I mean, I do really like the idea that there would be a window. I kind of would want it to be, you know, this small one here, but I don't think that's possible right now. Unless I do some trickery with another structure inside there, but I don't think I have the patience right now for it. On this back side, let's add another door. Maybe we could add a cute little garden here. Yeah, let's do that now, otherwise I'm going to forget to do that ever. And a path in straight from the door. Actually, that's probably too big of a path, so let's make it way smaller. And then let's see if we add flowers in tiny rows. Can they be added without them actually merging together? Now that there's a path between them. I think so. Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, that's cute. Now they have a little herb garden right next to their kitchen door. And add some windows here too. Hey, the vines. Vines are regrowing, so they're not over the windows. If you watched my last video, you'll know I have a pet peeve with the vines in this game. Or well, the last version. Can I... Yeah, that kind of looks okay. I do like that this one has the wreath. It's cute, if I do say so myself. But what about this floor? Since this is away from the prying eyes, I can see that there would be some hanging, you know, what are these drying clothes and such, where you know guests can't really see them directly, so that would be all right. Is the sheep trying to get in? I wish I had the problem of sheep trying to get into my house. I mean, I do and I don't. Sheep are cute, but I don't think I would make it with animals. It's been a rough few years, but let's just say that sometimes it's work enough to feed myself, let alone having a whole animal or a child that would be fully dependent on me. So that's that's the main reason I'm making a YouTube video. Yeah, that's it. That's the whole thing. So that's the owner of the tavern's own house. They need to have their path through. Which way was the door? That's good enough. I mean, they probably would be going either straight in from the stables, you know, last thing in the evening. They give the horses that are in the pasture more hay and water and then go to sleep, or first thing in the morning just straight and feed the horses and then go tend to the human guests. Both would make sense. But on that note, where would we add a dormitory, or should we add a few? Maybe a few, you know, there could have been a renovation project or another reason why they would have expanded, but I'm thinking here would have been the first one. Maybe this original road that was here when we loaded in was somewhat, you know, a property line, kind of. Actually, I want to make it a bit bigger, this road here. So let's just add a bit of width to it. Not much, but some. There, I don't like there being that many trees in the middle of it. And then we could just erase the tiniest bit of road right in the middle, so that it implies, you know, carriage or wagon wheels just going. You know how some, you know, really rural roads have grass growing in the middle right outside of the tire tracks, and that's what I'm going for here. Here it would probably be a bit more muddled, since there's, you know, carriages are turning in and coming out, so I'll leave that as is. And then just small patch of grass in the middle of this road here. Yeah, now it looks like a road. So, what was I saying? So there would have been, I like the idea of there being one dormitory kind of building right here, and maybe a later addition one here, a bit bigger one. Maybe it would also have a, you know, breakfast serving space or something along those lines, that people who are actually, you know, staying up late and, I don't know, gambling or playing cards with each other can have this building here, so that they can make noise to the wee hours of the night if they want to and not disturb anyone else. But they wouldn't necessarily need to get, you know, fully dressed or fully wake up and into the cold, crisp air to get some breakfast in the mornings. So let's start with this one. How big do we want it? I mean, it kind of would make sense that it's also a big building. I mean, if you're going to make an addition to your tavern for the explicit purpose of housing as many people as you can, you probably would make the biggest house you can make for them. You know, more guests, more money kind of situation. And then let's change it back to a wooden structure. Yeah, that's it. I mean, maybe just stick with the 2 floors. I don't really want it that big. Yeah, that's all right. Actually, I'm going to... No, I really need to make the fence kind of thing first, don't I? Otherwise it's not going... otherwise I don't know where to snap the... or put the windows and doors, so I'll be right back. Was a bit of a pain, but it's done. I have, and I just realized it's the wrong color, but I honestly do not care right now. It was a pain and I will not be doing it again. Kind of reminds me of that Jack Sparrow thing. Did you see what I did? Because I will not be doing it again. But let's get on with it. So actually, are these 2 houses close enough? If I make... No, they are not. Unfortunate. Can I make them close enough? Do I care enough to have a clothesline in between these windows? Actually, I don't think I do. But on the other hand, I do care about adding a lot of windows here. So let's get on with that. Doesn't that kind of look to you that these would have different colored, you know, windowsills? Maybe they just protrude a bit more than some of these. I don't know what makes that happen. I'm not in love with it, but I guess I don't hate it either, so let's just keep going. Yeah, I think that's good enough for the windows, but let's add some, you know, just for... These are not, you know, differentiated rooms or anything. It's just some more light into the rooms below. Or into the hallway between the rooms, whatever's happening up here. I think that's good enough. Though I just realized that we don't have any chimneys to keep anyone warm, so I'll actually get rid of these door and window I just added, but it's what you gotta do, what you gotta do. What is happening right here? Can I not make it? No, I can make it taller. Can I make it go from the bottom of the house? Barely. I mean, it's there. It's not very pretty, but it's there. It's really trying to fight me, this one. Oh well. Can't get everything. So, I suppose on this side, let's erase these two windows again. Add a warm hearth for people to warm up by. Damn, if it isn't trying to fight me with all it can. That's better. Way better than before. On this one, I think I'm just going to add it in the middle of the house, or, you know, close to the edge, but should I have two chimneys here? No, I think that's going to be just fine. That's a good idea. Let's add a little flag right here. Yeah, that's cute. And kind of some branding for the tavern. Let's try and make it the same image on every one of these. And which one is this? Now they're all the same. I can play around with the colors later. I don't think it's necessary to add any flags on this one. Do we actually want another house here? Another dormitory? I'm kind of leaning more to no, that it isn't that necessary. I think that would be a bit much. Yeah, that's... I mean, it is cute. There's a little tavern, there's a little bed and breakfast kind of house more here. A stable for all the guests, horses and the like, and even a pasture for the horses to, or some horses to spend the night in. I mean, let's not kid ourselves. There would probably not be just a singular paddock for all of them. They would probably injure themselves trying to get a hierarchy going in the herd, but I mean, it's better than nothing, so yeah, so I'll be content with that. I'll live with it. Maybe let's get a few more, or let's grab this tree here, move it here, add a little bit of a, you know, so the owner is not directly looking at the road and everything here, so they can have a little bit of privacy if they want to. I mean, it is a little roadside inn. It is what it is. And there are a few sheep just roaming around, greeting guests and the like, but do we need to add anything else? I mean, a well, probably. Yeah, let's make a tiny well in the place of this tree. Just so no one needs to move anywhere or go anywhere in the mornings or whenever. It's quite a fancy one, but I don't mind it. It's a well, everyone needs a well, so... And besides, looking at how many rooms there are and how many people could probably fit in there, and that there are many horses coming in day and night, so it would probably make sense that a well is something they actually really want to make sure there's not going to run out of water here. So I'll do the same trick I did in the last video and just make it have a little black hole on the top of it. So it looks a little tiny bit more like a well and not just a cylinder in the middle of the courtyard. Do we add a little... Yeah, let's make it have a... little roof on it. Yeah, so now people can actually spend time there too if they want to. You don't always have to be cooped up inside. And actually, I just remember I want to see if it's still works if you lift up a circle or, well, any kind of structure, and you put another one. Yeah, it works. Straight on top, so you don't get any supporting pillars down to the ground. So, yeah, that's... Now we have a little floating platform right outside of the inn. That is kind of funny. I mean, why not? Let's just build it out. Let's make a little tiny gazebo that's just floating around. You have to fly to it if you want to get on it. Let's make it have a red roof so that it blends in with the with the forest around it. I actually love that idea. Maybe it's a popular place for wizards, so actually wait a little. I think we can, if we just I'm trying to get a, well, yeah, we could actually just, there's so many fish. An anvil, okay. Some food. A bench, yes, that's what I want, yeah. What is that? Oh, a spade. Another anvil. Oh, I clicked too fast. A bucket. More food. That was a barrel with candles. I would have wanted that. A hay bale, yeah. A cart, yeah, let's keep that one. Another spade, another hay bale. Another spade. A barrel with a basket on it. A spade. More food. And a flower pot. Okay. And some more fish. Wait. Yeah, and let's keep that one too. I mean, technically I'm keeping every one of these, but I already had that one. There's a barrel with a candlesticks. Another road sign. A spade and a barrel. A cart. And maybe if I another different barrel. If I make this one a bit wider, and if I add a, I think that's usually given me more success with getting a bench. No, but that's even more food. Another hay bale and a birdhouse. A rake this time, tools. There's a bench. So let's see. Yes, we can actually. Where did it go? We can move it up here. Yes. Let's. Yes. That's gorgeous. Now where did I put my bench? If I take a few steps back. Yes, there it is. So let's put it up there. And put this one up there too. Oh yeah, I love it. And we can duplicate it. Turn it around a bit. And let's duplicate this one too. That's my favorite part of this whole thing. Oh dear. One road sign there. Oh well, let's move it up here. Let's get rid of that one. Fish. It does not seem like a good idea to keep fish outside in boxes, so I'll get rid of those. I'll put the anvil here just in case someone needs their horse's shoes redone. Maybe they've actually ridden all through the night and the horses lost their shoes. Not that uncommon, unfortunately. Let's actually put one in here too, why not? A cart with... let's put it somewhere here, not on the far back side, but you know, not straight in the walkways or anything. Hay bales, yeah, horses need hay, so let's just have a lot of these. Duplicate. Can I actually make them sit atop each other? No, we can't. Unfortunate. Let's put one inside there. A birdhouse. Do we want a birdhouse? I mean, we could have one. Why not? No, yeah, this one doesn't have a path anywhere, so let's give him path to the main building, or well, the original building there, and some pathways down here. I would like to add another one of these. Yes. Maybe another one of those. Just to make it a bit cuter. Actually, I mean, there could be a little, you know, food kiosks that if someone actually just wants to ride past, they can just buy something they want or need and be on their merry way. Yeah, why not? I mean, spades right next to the stables or leaning against the stables is fine. Let's move this one. Maybe it's something the owners own. An own little cart. And more tools right next to the stables. Actually, this one I'll also add next to this garden. Right. Actually, this right seems good. Yeah, that's fine. Actually, this barrel with the candles, let's add one of these up here to serve as a table and probably a drink or two. I really like this gazebo idea. It works so well. So, we have a roadside inn with a few creeplies here and there, and we have a gazebo for wizards right on the other side of the road. Yeah, I think that's gonna do it for me today. I'm pretty happy with this. So let's take a bit of a tour around, I suppose. Let's actually see if we zoom in. What kind of view do we get? If we lean against the... That's quite cute. But thank you so much for watching this one. Last time I forgot to speak for an outro, so I will not be doing that mistake again, I don't think so. Subscribe if you want more of these, and comment to let me know what I can do better. These are my first videos I'm making, so thank you so much for being here, and I hope you have a good rest, whatever you're doing. Good night.